going to start out in chilly morning and see how it ends up in the afternoon. Hopefully I'll get everything done that we're going to talk about. The garden can keep you very busy, but it's a good busy. I've been overly ambitious this year. I've purchased seeds that I haven't even opened up, and we are running out of time. Most direct seed plants need to be planted by early July. So I need to get this done, or it's not going to come up before the fall frost. I'm in zone 6B. Let me know what zone you're in. I would love to connect with people of all ages. I feel just as young as I did when I was a kid, to be honest, except for when I get up in the morning and my knee is killing me because I have a bum knee. Otherwise, yeah, I don't feel any different. And I still make mistakes. I think we all do, don't we? None of us are perfect. So this garden, let me tell you, it might be filled with imperfections, but it has brought me so much joy. And I hope your garden brings you joy also. All right, now it's about 10:45, mid-morning, 73 degrees. I'm out in the garden. We did have some wind coming through, and it finally went away, so it's more ideal conditions for filming. We're going to do the before and after. There are some problem areas. I consider them problem areas. Maybe you will too. They don't look perfect, in other words. And what is perfection? I mean, weeds, they are plants. They are undesirable plants for most of us. And there's some weeds I keep in the garden because I like them. I like English daisy. It worked for me this year in my garden. And there's another plant, mysterious plant that I have in this garden. Some people would yank it out of there. It was there last year and it didn't grow any flowers either. So let's take a look at it and see. Would you keep it or would you get rid of it? This is the cottage garden. And I have trimmed back the wonderful ground cover that is taking over, but it's wonderful anyway. The stone crop. I've trimmed it back quite a bit so we could look at the areas where we could fill in flowers or herbs eventually. This plant has been coming up since last year. I don't know what it is. If you can identify it, let me know. Look at that. It does not bloom any flowers. I think it's a Sweet William. It just looks different from the other Sweet William. Okay. Pretty sure that's a Sweet William. I like it as a plant. I'm going to leave it. So it takes careful consideration of what you want to keep and get rid of in your garden. I definitely want to trim these down. Like the parsley here will not taste as good. You will not have the big leaves. You'll have smaller leaves and it will almost have a woody taste. So we do have some trimming to do. And we have mulching. As you can see, I have some black mulch that looks just like what I laid over here in the tomato patch. So we're going to work on that. You see, I put the marigolds through here. The only problem is I have more marigolds to put into the garden. And I purchased these a couple weeks ago. I have to keep them watered on a regular basis or they're going to dry out and die because they're in these little pots. Yeah. So that's one thing I need to do in this video for sure. I need to plant these marigolds. And the birds have been getting the raspberries. I did not pick berries yesterday. I need to pick berries, so that's another thing that needs done. The bird will come back. There's one in particular, a bird that keeps coming back here, and it's a very attractive I don't know if it's a wren or what it is, but it has a blue streak on it and it has kind of a long beak. It's a very beautiful, attractive bird, and it loves berries. And every time I see it, it's flying off with one of my raspberries. So I need to take care of that. Or, that's wasteful. I mean, I'm glad the bird's enjoying them, and there's more than enough to go around. But if I keep delaying harvesting for us, he's going to get all of them. So we don't want that to happen. We want these berries to be as healthy as possible. There are weeds through here. There's too much lemon balm. There was an oak tree growing up behind, right next to the blackberry vine. Well, we were able to get that out of there. But we need to pull weeds and harvest lemon balm, then fertilize the plants with bone meal. And the broccoli is starting to form a flower. Once it flowers, this will taste bitter. This broccoli needs harvested as soon as possible. We can do that today. And after it's harvested, you can eat the leaves, the broccoli leaves, just like you do greens. And we'll do that. We'll put that in the refrigerator and keep that until we're ready to cook it up. Lettuce needs harvested. We definitely need to do that. We have a lot of lettuce we need to be eating up before it begins to bolt. In a small space, you need to go vertical, and I need to focus more on that. Well, we have this fence, and our neighbor said we're more than welcome to grow on it. This year, I'm growing these pole beans, and they just came up. It took about a week for them to germinate. There's another one trying to grow there. I'm keeping them covered, and the rain can come through. I can, as long as I'm out here to keep an eye on them, it won't be a problem. But we have birds and moths and bugs, and I don't know, a squirrel might even come by and eat one of these. So we got to keep them covered just until they get bigger, and 4 inches at least. That one's almost there, but that one's not. So I'm keeping both of these covered. These are pole beans, and I'm very excited. One last project I'd like to do today or tomorrow, if I don't get to it today, but you may see it in this video. You may see a vase full of daisies on the table inside, because I need to harvest these daisies. They are getting out of control. They are very tall. Now I need to explain something. It's because I have a small space garden. I want to grow other crops here, and I need to make room for them. Plus I need to make room for the other broccoli to do its thing. But if you leave the broccoli here, the shoots will produce more broccoli. But I'm taking this one out. But I have more space now to grow other things, especially after the potatoes are harvested. And this will be ideal for fall crops and planting snow peas and garlic. Now it's late in the evening, 7:30 p.m., and I'm picking berries, raspberries, and blackberries. And I saw that bird. I was hoping to capture him on the camera, and he flew away so fast before I could hit play. Yeah. But we'll finish whatever we need to do tomorrow morning, good Lord willing. Today's the next day, and I was out here early this morning doing a few things. I took some pictures here and there, and I'll show you very quickly what I did. And I was hoping to show you what I was going to do next, and the next project. The winds are really coming in now, and just out of the blue. See, this has been happening for ever since early spring. It hasn't stopped. It just comes and goes. we've had a lot around the world. We've had earthquakes, we've had hurricanes, we've had a lot of weather issues. Something's going on, but this is a sign. It's all in God's hands. But let me show you what I did. Early this morning, the sun's coming through. Boy, woo, it's changing now. The wind's going away. Okay, ever-changing bipolar weather we have here in Ohio. Here in the berry patch, I did trim out quite a bit of the lemon balm and the weeds that are next to the blackberries. I'm going to continue trimming this out and around the raspberries also. This is a work in progress, but I wanted to explain that yes, I worked on this morning and I've got a lot more to do. As you can see, the daisies have been trimmed down and harvested, and now we just have a reasonable amount of daisies here, and they're not falling over on the walkway where the mailman walks through. We had the same problem with the roses, and I trimmed the roses. I pruned the rose bushes. Well, I did the same thing here with the daisies, and I just want to show you that we do have a beautiful, and it was a great investment. It better come up every year because it's a perennial. And this costs $18 at Oakland Nursery. Well worth it, well worth it. Look at this, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, everyone deserves something beautiful in their life. If it costs some money, you know, you just pick and choose what's important to you. And this really makes my day. And the fact that it finally bloomed, and it's very good quality lily. Now I just need to put that sunflower right there, a decorative sunflower, and we will be celebrating the summer come July 4th, even before that. But these daisies are very well maintained now. And we have some other flowers coming up too. These are yellow cone flowers. This will work. Not bad. Now we'll go out to Danny's favorite garden. He's in charge of this garden pretty much. I finally got all the marigolds planted. I waited to the evening to plant these, and I watered them afterward, and they're looking good. And Danny, see that tomato plant? He thinks it's gonna make it. He thinks it's gonna make it. So he wants to wait longer. He told me to give it some bone meal coming up. I'll have to push the mulch aside and give it some bone meal. So we'll see if that plant survives, or do we have to return it to Oakland Nursery to get a refund? Because I would have returned it by now. But the better boy and the bigger boy are doing great. So this is Danny's garden, and he likes to be in charge of it, and he does do, like when the tomatoes, he likes to cut off the suckers, and occasionally he likes to do the watering. He did last year, but we'll see if he does any watering this year. And I went ahead and planted these eggplants in his garden. He was okay with it. He likes eggplant parmesan, but that's it. It's the only thing he likes that contains eggplant. So if we get any eggplant parmesan, that's what I'm planning on making. By the time we get it, it will be late summer, I imagine. Going into the fall, maybe? I don't know. You let me know if you know anything about eggplants. I haven't grown them in about 4 years. It's been a while. I planted some marigolds over here also, just to maybe keep the bad insects away, and just so it looks pretty. I mean, we have the garlic chives around the cucumbers to help with that, but it does look prettier with some marigolds there. And then over here, now we need them over here. We don't have any garlic chives over here, so these marigolds are needed around these tomato plants to keep the bad bugs away and hopefully attract some good bugs. But I don't see too many bees on these. They have other flowers they can get on. There we go. And we are blessed with the reseeder black-eyed Susan, and hopefully that will bloom this year. So I'm going to nurse that, and I love black-eyed Susans, and we used to have some right here, and I had to take them up because I wanted to make room for vegetables, and that includes those Roma tomatoes. So that's going to be my temptation. If I can get some black-eyed Susans marked down, woo, boy, I want them for the garden. I just love them. We all have things we love, and they cost a little bit of money, but, you know, it can be worth it at times. Just try to get good deals and get things on sale. Thanks for watching today. I think my frugal lifestyle speaks for itself when I'm in the garden. I grow primarily from seed or plants that we get on discount. And growing your own vegetables is, you just can't beat it. Your own vegetables, your own fruits, it's just amazing. Anything that will come up every year, that's what I'm striving for, a food forest eventually. And I hope I inspired you to grow something in your garden. It's not too late. There's lots of things you can grow. Just research it. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you on the next one.